Hello there, good afternoon everybody. It is Wednesday the 11th of October 2023. You'll see I'm in my studio again doing this video. I'm going to do like a midweek video for you. I was hoping to get out to site today to the Everton Stadium at Bramley Dock, but it's really wet and drizzly and horrible outside, so I can't fly in that. I had said a midweek video this week was going to have a close look at like the north stand roof and the glass they've been doing, as well as a few other bits on the east stand. I'll try and do that over the next couple of days and still get that out to you. But what I've done instead, I've got a load more like screenshots and information of bits that I can share with you today, and have a look at some certain areas that were picked up from my video at the weekend, with comments on about what we're looking at, what we're going to be looking at. So just thought I'd do another one of them. They seem to be received quite well by all of you who seem to appreciate it. So yeah, I'll do that now. We'll get into it, have a look at some screenshots and talk you through what we're looking at. Let's have a look at it. Okay everybody, so we're going to be starting off with this screenshot here. You can see it's of the West Stand or up at the West Plaza, and it's the step area that they've started doing, and you'll see what's been pointed out there is the walls. You can see they've actually started erecting stroke installing the walls that will be it'll be the side walls of the two tunnels that will pass through the steps, so you can see exactly where they'll be, like one kind of each side there. So that's starting to look good to see those tunnels coming up, and it's really good to see that shot as well of the steps, isn't it? You know, when I go this weekend and do my fly around this weekend, I think we'll start to see even more of that. But yeah, that was just the first thing, to have a look at those walls. You can see like the flat walled areas that they've started putting in. So yeah, the start of those tunnel areas going through. Okay, we'll move on. Okay guys, so this next shot here shows it's the West Stand. Like you see, I've put a big arrow there pointing down to this section and this structure that started to be built, because quite a few people had picked up on it. So we're going to look at a few screenshots now. These have been sent to me by David Badcock, who adds a lot to the channel, so thank you to David once again. But we're just going to explain that, because as I said, a few people did pick up on this structure and the containers inside coming up. So just to give you an idea, it's going to be excuse me, it's going to be the distributor network operator compound, and the series of screenshots will show now what we're looking at and what it's going to be. Okay, and there's notes on the screenshots as well. So this next one here, this shows what it's going to look like, or we believe it's going to look like. Like as we said, it's a compound. It's like walls surrounding those containers, as you can see in that shot there. Moving on, you'll see here we've got some text here which says the protective concrete wall that surrounds the power unit and energy intense equipment. This confined area will not be covered over and will be open to the air above. The wall that has already been installed is shown by the grey arrow. So you'll see the one to the right, that's the one that's already been installed, and what we've seen on the very first image of this. Okay, move on. We'll see the first text says that with the grey arrow says this block, separate from the walls of the inner compound, is for the distribution network in brackets media personnel, and will contain offices, toilet facilities, etc. The red arrows there, the four of them, says when there will be broadcasted events, this area of the park will be used by the network vehicles, which will be connected up to facilities in the compound. Again, this next image says finally there will be an outer brick wall surrounding the compound. The walls will comprise in the same 2-ton bricks as the stadium walls, but without the leech pattern, which makes complete sense. The walls will not be one plain face, but will have insets to mimic the irregular form of the stadium walls where brick and metal panels are used. And lastly, You'll see we're pointing at that open area. Vehicle and personnel thoroughfares will be via the doors on the west side of the compound, as shown there. See the large door for vehicles and the smaller door for access for personnel. So yeah, that's a great explanation of that. Thanks again to David for sending them over. A lot of people did pick up on that area and that compound. So yeah, really good to have a look at that and know what we're looking at there, guys, and we'll keep an eye on that over the coming weeks and months. Okay, moving over now we've gone right over to the east stand, and we're just looking at the bollards here. You'll see, as pointed out, and you'll see the bollards already installed, highlighted in yellow, will be used in the personnel thoroughfares that are highlighted in green as well. So you can see where it's highlighted in green, there'll be more bollards there, but the ones in yellow have already been installed, as you can see in the picture. The gateways at the northern and southern ends of the site will have a mixture of personal and retractable vehicle bollards. So just like you'll see in busy areas in maybe like a city centre, Liverpool city centre for example, like some Matthew Street, and that have the retractable bollards, don't they? So vehicles can get in. Okay, but that's what we're going to be looking at there. So the ones in yellow to the right of the north, kind of like the north east corner, are already there. But we're going to be keeping an eye on the areas circled in green that will start to have bollards installed at some point. But yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Okay, moving on now. We're looking at the south. We're going to be looking at the south. What is that? The southwest corner of the stand. Now, a subscriber or watcher named Craig Williams, who was over from Australia for the match on Saturday, had commented on this, and he said he spotted the temporary scaffolded tower towards the southwest corner. Now, it's shown in this picture, highlighted in yellow. You'll see there it is going to be temporary, and it's a temporary scaffolding tower installed on the seating terraces, and it reaches up to the roof line, and it will be used for access by the roofers only. We'll move on to this next image now. It says it's just showing again. It's difficult to see through the roof and all the steel, but it is that's new temporary scaffolding tower that's going to reach up to the roof line for like the roof laying contractors and that. But it is temporary. You can see it does sit, when we get the right angle, it does come up from the seats, from the terraces. So like I say, that is going to be a temporary one, but it was spotted by Craig Williams and then explained more by David, who's took his time to send those explanations over. Okay, staying on the west stand, kind of the same area here, we're going to look at the west stand roof stairs and scaffolding. So this image does show, you'll see quite a few highlighted bits there. We're going to look at the blue, the highlighted blue first, which that's showing where the permanent roof access tower is located, and will allow access to both the walkway, which is highlighted in green there, you can see the green lines, and the gantry, highlighted in blue, which goes along the back. There is a twin permanent tower located diametrically opposite towards the south end of the east stand. The walkway travels through the trusses of all four stands. The gantries are located only along the top edge of the barrel roofs of the east and west stands. So the gantry, the ones at the blue line there, is only on the this west stand, and at the other end on the east stand. Okay. Whereas the walkway, which is highlighted in green, travels through the trusses of all four stands. Okay, it's a great explanation. And then looking at the yellow sections that are highlighted, they're the scaffolded towers, which are highlighted in yellow, are temporary and are likely to be used in the installation of the triangular, naturally anodized aluminium plates on the barrel roof. The plates will have 10 to 20% porosity stroke perforations. As you can tell, everybody, this has been sent to me. There's no way I'm coming up with that. But it's great information, and it's on the screen anyway. But yeah, thank you very much, David, for sending that in. Just explaining those towers. Okay, just staying on the gantry that we've just been talking about. The gantry now, as you'll see in this shot, is highlighted in green, and it's a permanent feature, and is in part, as it says, for water collections, but it's mainly for maintenance access, reached by the permanent stair tower near the northern end of the West End, which we've just shown in that previous image, which was highlighted in blue. But the gantry, you'll see, also highlighted in blue there. It does say the railings highlighted in blue are temporary safety barriers for the roofers who are working right now. But they are temporary barriers and will be removed. So the roof gantry, obviously, that has no like public access or anything like that. It will be simply for highly trained maintenance personnel who've obviously got the special safety equipment only. But it is a permanent fixture, the gantry. But obviously, it's only for trained personnel with the right equipment to be up there to carry out maintenance, any maintenance required. Okay, so we're going to move to the north stand, although we're looking down the north stand from the northeast corner here. But I did mention in a previous video about the boundary being shortened. So we just wanted to show in this image and talk about it a little bit. So the northern boundary, it's indicated in blue there, the big blue line, the long blue line that goes right up the north stand. But just to give you some explanation on it, it will have a 2.5 metre high steel fence along it. It's slightly divergent from the north stand overhang. At the end of the north stand overhang, where the green arrows are located, at the top there, the distance from the boundary fence to the base of the black steel is about 2.5 metres, and the distance between the steel and the north stand wall is about 7.3 metres. For a comparison for you, a standard motorway lane width is about 3.65 metres, so the distance between the north stand wall and the steel is about 2 lanes width, so 2 motorway lengths, and the steel to the perimeter fence is about 2/3 of a lane width. So I think the shots and the video when we're looking at from above, and even that line that we're looking at there, it probably looks, when they move that boundary fence in, it probably looks tiny, like we're going to have no room. But as we're saying there, two motorway lanes is big for bear in mind for people to be using it for access. That's quite a big space. So I think there's going to be plenty of room really for access and everything. So it's nothing to worry about. But we were just looking at explaining how the boundary will change once the site's finished. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's the last one there. So wait there, I will finish up. I always prefer to do these end videos whilst you can see me. You probably prefer it not. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little bit more of information and insights. This is like my third video of doing it like that, where instead of being at site, I'm able to use some things sent to me. A lot of them are sent by David Badcock. I always do like to give him a mention. It's only fair because he's putting that work in and sending them to me to present to you based on my images and footage that I take. But David likes to spend the time to give us a lot more information, and I really appreciate it, and I'm sure you guys do too. But yeah, it's really good to get that info, and like I said, I think you do appreciate it's kind of the different video of, instead of being on site and in the air, being able to sit there and explain and talk through these images and get to know what we're going to be looking at, a bit of extra information about the site. Yeah, it's really good. Let me know though, guys, any comments on that down below. I will aim to get to site tomorrow or Friday, weather dependent. I'm going to do another fly around again this weekend as and when I can, but I want to do a flight and have a good look at the North Stand, which a few of you have asked me to, and a few things on the east as well. So yeah, I still plan to get that done when I can, when the weather allows. Okay, thanks very much everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe button for me, please guys, please hit that for me. Okay, thank you very much everyone, take care, bye.